Hi and welcome back everybody. You're with Bevan here out on the Transkei in Coffe Bay, which is the area you see behind me, and you're with another edition of the Ticket to Ride South Africa and Mozambique video blog for 2011. As I mentioned, this is Coffe Bay behind me, out in the Transkei, which as some of you people might know, South Africa was divided back in the days of apartheid into kind of homeland regions, and this area of the Transkei is where the Xhosa speaking people were allocated. And if you just take a look around the hills, you'll find not much has changed in about 100 years, I'd say. Just a timeless place. Nothing seems to have moved an inch, you know. Everything happens at the speed of a slow walk, and yeah, life is very simple and very easy out here on the hills of the Transkei. For our group, this is our home for the next 8 days. We spend a fair bit of time of those 8 days here in Coffe Bay. Our surf spot is just actually behind me at the bay itself. There's a point over to the far side, just below that headland you see, which is a very nice, easy, gentle, slow wave. Breaks very consistently, breaks very much in the same place as the wave before, which is, as far as our group is concerned, probably just where we need to be. It's a chance to really practice the skills they've been taught over the past few stops. But now, instead of just using all the concentration and energy into just catching the wave, you now have the chance to kind of practice it out on the face. As I say, instead of just thinking about, oh, catch the wave, make sure I don't wipe out, you got a little bit more time, which is just, yeah, that's just good. Well, before we go on, let's just chat a little bit about how we got on in Xhosa, which was our last stop. Pretty much the group settled into the trip now. We're all in that mode of traveling and surfing, and you know, everyone's comfortable with each other now. No more first impressions, you know, we all kind of got a good idea on who everybody is. So it's been really cool, a lot of messing around, a lot of just fun, and I must say this group's quite a vibrant bunch. I mean, we're all quite from around the world, I should say, so I mean, all the different cultures mixing, and it's just been a lot of fun, really. Thinking of just a couple of things that we've gotten up to. It's just, yeah, it's been really good. We pretty much turned the focus a little bit off the ocean and into sort of the other aspects of the course, which is the lifeguard award. And one of the criteria for that award is to do a pool swim. It's 400 meters in under 9 minutes. So we've actually been doing a lot of training and exercises towards getting our group fit enough, and also technique-wise, just tightening things up so that you can complete that distance in that time. And Byron's been putting a lot of effort as well with a lot of ladder swims and things like that. It's, just getting the guys' endurance and stamina up. And yeah, we're pretty happy with what we're seeing. I think a couple of the guys have already recorded, just in the short time that we were in East London, there's a 3-minute difference in some of the times, which, if you look over 400 meters, I mean, that's quite substantial. I mean, you've lapped yourself on a couple of laps doing times like that. So I mean, there's massive improvements, all the effort paying dividends, and yeah, the guys are the ones who are going to benefit at the end of the day. We did a couple of excursions as well. My favorite being one out to Carmouth, where we just went for a braai down on the beach there, hung out for the day. We also visited a lion park, which is great. I enjoy the wildlife excursions that we do. This park is home to a couple of white lions, which is quite something. There's a tiger there as well, a few wild dog, cheetah. I think what else? Oh, I think the group favorite was definitely the little cubs. The park's just had a couple of 3-month-old cubs there, so we had an opportunity to go in there. A bit of a heart-melting one, that's I think for some of the girls especially. I think a couple of cubs were lucky not to have been snuck out in a handbag, so the group really enjoyed that one, and that was a lot of fun. We did get our chance to surf out in East London. The wind turned, especially the one day, the wind turned really nicely offshore, so we made our way into the town to a spot called Nahoon, which is probably the most famous wave in town, I'd say. The reef section, definitely. We were a bit further down in the bay on a beach break, which is nice sand bottom beachy. As I say, nice offshore southwest winds, nice easterly swell, so there's a lot of it in the bay. A lot of good waves, very consistent. I think a couple of the guys took off on probably the biggest waves so far of the trip. So that was a memorable day. We spent the whole day there. We just had a short break for lunch and a few milkshakes at Friesland's and back down to the beach and another wave. So, I mean, for a surfer, that's the day you want, isn't it?
Ollie!
Hi! I have half the sea in my hand, but really good stuff.
There we go.
Okay.
B, tell me about your barrel.
It closed out and stood up.
Wait, what? It closed out and... Wait, I didn't get that. Something stood up and something closed out. What happened there?
And then it dropped in, stood up, looked up, and I went over, and then did a starfish, and lay on the bottom for a bit. It's kind of fun.
And that's, yeah, I suppose that pretty much brings you up to speed with where we're at. The next few days pretty much hold, if this weather holds out like it has, which it's looking like it will do, it's going to be a lot of surfing. I mean, I think we're going to rock up into Umtumtwini a very tired, very tired bunch. We'll need to unravel ourselves and see if we've got any energy left to continue once we leave Coffe Bay. Because the conditions are really looking good. As I say, since we've been here, already the last 3 days have been good. 3 surfs a day. Yeah, what more can you ask for? So I'm going to carry on with it. Going to head back down the hill, rejoin the group. No doubt for another surf. You guys take care wherever you're at. And until next time, goodbye.